Hvala lijepa. Sa zadovoljstvom mogu reći da sam sa kolegom predsjednikom parlamenta Đorđe Gruzije, Davidom Usufashvilijem, vodio vrlo otvorene i prijateljske razgovore o raznim temama suradnje i raznim pitanjima koje se tiču Gruzije, Hrvatske, Europske unije pa i mira u svijetu. Konstatirali smo da između Gruzije i Hrvatske postoji velika mogućnost podizanja suradnje na svim poljima. Bilateralno vezano za iskustvo Hrvatske u procesu pristupanja Europskoj uniji i NATO-u, gospodarske suradnje koja je zapravo perspektivno velika, a nije odgovarajuća u skladu sa odnosima dviju zemalja, vezano za mogućnosti angažiranja i hrvatskih firmi u gradnji Gruzije. Razgovarali smo o kriznim žarištima kao što je Ukrajina. Razgovarali smo o procesu mirne reintegracije, odnosno procesu ženevskih pregovora vezano za Abhaziju i Južnu Osetiju u Gruziji. Dogovorili smo i sporazumili se da nastavimo suradnju dva parlamenta i to intenzivnije, tješnje, vezano za iskustvo Hrvatskog parlamenta u procesu pristupanja Europskoj uniji i NATO. Ta suradnja bi trebala ići kroz radna tijela Hrvatskog sabora, Odbor za evropske poslove i Odbor za integraciju u Europsku uniju, Odbor za gospodarstvo i Odbor za pravosuđe. To područja koje zanimaju naše prijatelje iz Gruzije.
I had the pleasure of hosting my colleague, the Speaker of the Georgian Parliament. And we have touched upon many topics of cooperation, and we've touched upon a lot of issues about Croatia, Georgia, and also the peace in the world. We've realized that it was possible to raise the level of our cooperation. Bilaterally, we could transfer and exchange experiences on Croatian experiences on EU and NATO accession. Also, we should raise the level of our economic cooperation because there is great potential and there is the possibility of engaging Croatian companies in working in Georgia. We've talked about crisis situations in the world. We talked about the peaceful reintegration that should follow from the Geneva talks, the peaceful reintegration of the breakaway provinces of South Ossetia and Abkhazia. We've agreed to continue our parliamentary cooperation and to work even closer in the transfer of our experiences in EU accession and NATO accession. This cooperation will be continued through the working together of the Committee on European Affairs, the Committee on Economy, and the Committee on the Judiciary, because our friends and colleagues are interested in those fields.
Kolegu predsjednika parlamenta Gruzije zanimalo je cijeli proces izgradnje demokratskih standarda u hrvatskom društvu, od pravosuđa, državnog odvjetništva, sudbene vlasti do ljudskih prava i temeljnih sloboda i prava manjina. Dakle, sve u svemu razgovori su bili otvoreni, srdačni, prijateljski, nastavak suradnje dogovoren u raznim vidovima i na raznim područjima. Nadam se da će se to i ostvariti u interesu obe zemlje i oba naroda.
My colleague, Mr. Speaker, was interested in the Croatian process of building democratic standards in the fields of judiciary, the office of the public prosecutor, the fields of human rights and fundamental freedoms, and the rights of national minorities. In conclusion, I can say that the talks were open and friendly, and I hope, and we've agreed on the continuation of our cooperation in many fields, and I certainly hope that this will be achieved.
Well, we had very productive and very friendly meeting with the Speaker of the Parliament, Mr. Leko, and his colleagues. During the discussion, we quickly discovered that there's nothing we disagree on. But this fact that these two countries have very common, similar positions on every single issue which affects our bilateral or regional cooperation does not mean that we should not meet frequently, just the opposite. We have a lot of areas where bilateral cooperation between Georgia and Croatia could be beneficial for both countries, for both nations, is that economy, culture, international politics, building stability, strengthening Europe, which is our common house. We delivered to our colleagues the message from Georgian people to Croatian people that we appreciate your support and your firm standing, protecting Georgian sovereignty, territorial integrity, and the basic principles of international law. In parallel to the horrible things which are happening in Ukraine, Georgia is another victim of imperialistic ambitions of our big neighbor. In parallel of doing things in Eastern Europe with very open violation of international law, Russia made another move in Georgian direction and concluding so-called treaties on integration with Abkhazia and South Ossetia, after which Russia, in fact, conducted annexation of the occupied territories. But we underlined once again our position in discussion with our colleagues that Georgian way of addressing this problem is only peaceful, and the war cannot solve such problems. That's why we are interested to be integrated in the European Union, in NATO, as peaceful organizations which are going to protect stability of Europe. We also underlined the importance of interparliamentary cooperation, and we already have some interesting ideas how we can increase the level of cooperation between our MPs, and I believe we will see positive results of this cooperation very soon. Thank you.